Okay, everybody, we are back with episode 4. It is the middle of fall. Winter is coming soon. And one thing I didn't point out last time is we've got this finished here. So we've got this walled off. And if you look down in the lower right, you can see the temperature in here is 96 degrees Fahrenheit, 36 Celsius. Which is pretty warm. I have told this door, the next person who passes through it, this door is going to be held open, yes, so that it's going to heat this room and this corridor. I have done a number of other things while it's paused. I set up a construction order that's forbidden for a bone table and stools, as well as Congo drums for entertainment, Three Stones game for entertainment, tribal lore fire for entertainment, as well as some light and heat, campfire that I'm going to be using for light and heat, and possibly also disposing of bodies, but not, this is going to become the kitchen. I've ordered some stuff to get mined out here. We're going to also maybe need to do some other stuff about light and heat in here, but I want to hopefully get the research for After Complex Furniture wax-powered lighting. And I think we should be okay. Right now we don't have a lot of wood. We've got 180 wood. The only way we're going to be able to cook is with wood. For lighting and heating, we can find other sources of light and heat. This is going to help a lot with heat. Wax-powered lighting is going to help some with light. But if we can't cook anything, it's kind of stuck. I think we'll probably be okay, but I'm just trying to conserve wood as much as possible. If we can get a trader to bring us some wood, that would be great. I've set some other construction stuff in the Great Hall for the production. We've got the bone sculptor's table that we're going to have here. We're going to move this up here. We're going to move this up here. And the other thing that we're going to do for production, although I think this is under miscellaneous, is make some crafting baskets. Now those are made out of hay. If you've played RimWorld before, these are essentially a tribal version of the workbenches, or the toolboxes, those tool cabinets, whatever they're called. They're only 5% increased efficiency, I think, but you can link to up to 2 of them, and these placed here should connect to all of these, I believe. They might only affect the tribal thing. We'll see. But that's going to use some of the hay, but we've got plenty of hay. I renamed and redid the stockpiles, as you can see. This, I moved from that over there to here, just so it doesn't get in the way with doors. I'm going to turn this into a room. Whether that's going to be a colonist room or a hospital room or a prison room, I haven't decided yet. This is miscellaneous storage, which is all this stuff here. This I renamed Beauty. This is going to be for the textiles, for the clothes that are finished. This stuff's going to get hauled over to here. The raw resources, corpses are going to be there. This is preserved food, so stuff that's not going to spoil immediately. The smoked meat, which lasts about a year. Pemmican, which lasts a little over a year. This milk is going to be going soon. I told that to be included in the bills for the simple meals, which we can probably, given that we've got all this rice, start making some fine meals, although I can't actually make them on the campfire. That's what the issue was. So once this stuff gets cleared here, we're going to put in a... is there anything else I want to... before I unpause, I just wanted to say I'm cutting a bunch of stuff here. Cutting a bunch of wild plants and grasses. And then the other thing I was going to talk about here was what we're doing for apparel. I'm going to start pausing the game, let it run a little slowly. We're going to make Muffalo headdresses, which are not as good as these ugly war masks for protection from attacks, but they are much better at protection from the cold. So this is the stats for a plain leather Muffalo headdress. The fact that we're going to be making ours out of Muffalo wool, or actually blue fur, has higher armor value, is going to help with some of this. It's, they're not great for protection from sharp and blunt things, but they're better for cold and heat resistance. Heat resistance I'm not as worried about, but cold resistance I am. Now, if you look, this is headgear that protects the head, left ear, and right ear. That sounds good, right? But then when you look at the war mask, it protects the head, left eye, left ear, nose, and jaw, which means that, something that just protects the head and whatever else it said, ears, I don't even remember. Whoops, that's not what I want to look at. No? Oh, yeah. Yes. Head and ears means it doesn't protect the jaw, eyes, nose. Yeah, and eyes especially are important. Noses are somewhat important, I guess, in RimWorld. Jaws help with eating, which is kind of important. But if your colonist loses their eyes, they're not going to be as productive. And same thing, so the difference between those and, like, if you look at this, the Muffalo headdress, 3% sharp and blunt protection, whereas this war mask, like 16%, plus 27% heat armor. Now, notice the amount that it protects against the cold is supposed to like 5 or 6 degrees that it is just less than half a degree Celsius. I'm looking mostly at the Celsius. This game has taught me to think in Celsius, which once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. 20s, comfortable. 30s, a little hot. 10s, a little cold. 0 degrees Celsius, or 32 Fahrenheit, is very cold. On the other side, 40 degrees is very hot. What's that sound? Oh yeah, that's the sound of this pumping out heat. So now this is up to 38 degrees Celsius, 100 Fahrenheit. And that might rise, it might drop a little bit, actually. So it's now heating this room. This room was freezing. Outdoors is below freezing. But yeah, so that's an important thing to keep in mind. And I could show you the same thing on the dusters and parkas. The duster provides 10 cold insulation, 10% sharp armor, 5% heat armor. And this is the stats for a cloth duster. Ours is going to be better. Whereas the stats for a parka provides 36 degrees of insulation, but 7 and 3%, as opposed to, again, this one's 10 degrees of insulation. It's better for heat, and then higher sharp and heat value. Also, look at the if you look at the duster, torso, neck, shoulders, arms, and legs, whereas the parka, I believe, covers all that stuff, but not the legs. So the duster is the duster is almost like light leather armor, as opposed to the parka just clothing that's not armor. Similarly with tribal wear covers torso, legs, and that's it. It provides some pretty good, about 10 degrees of cold protection, some armor, 7 and 3%, whereas a button-down shirt covers the torso, neck, shoulders, and arms. I think it's the neck and arms that the tribal wear doesn't cover. And does a button-down shirt provide much more armor than the tribal wear? Not really, but it does armor parts of the body that wouldn't be armored otherwise. Ideally, we'd like to get to button-down shirts and pants, but the only one that I'm really concerned about the armor for is Ashcan. Ashcan's got some good armor right now, 31% overall armor for sharp and 8% for blunt. Everybody else is 5 and like 1%. Oh, May's got this eelskin parka. And also the material that you're making out of it matters. If you look at blue fur, that's got 81 sharp and 24 blunt, 150 heat, which I think is pretty standard. If we look at the plain leather, that's got the same things. It's got a base of 16 degrees protection from cold versus the blue fur's 20. So the blue fur is much better cold insulation. And then, but if you look at the Panthera fur, remember the other ones were 81. This is 93% sharp armor, and I think the wolf skin is even higher, 102. So ideally, you want to use the skins of the hides of predators to make your armor. Blue fur, which is Muffalo hide, is pretty good. It's better than, plain and light leather. Light leather is probably like really crappy. Yeah, you don't really want to make clothing or armor out of light leather. Now, I can use that light leather to make bedrolls. That's just fine for bedrolls. Yeah, monks plugging away. What else we got? I limited the area for the burn corpses order. So it's just this nearby stuff, so that I could probably shrink that a little bit too, so that Nuna doesn't run halfway across the map when she's and decide halfway there that she's starving to haul back a corpse, get mad because she sees a corpse, and then get back here and be upset because she's starving. Same with apparel. I was also thinking about these tribal masks are kind of ugly. I could go to the options pane and say to hats only on the game map. I think I'm going to do that just so I can see their faces there, because they've got different hairstyles, and I think it looks pretty good there. He's still clearly wearing that hat. They're wearing those crappy hats. But I think I'm going to do that unless anybody has any objections and would rather see the hats on there, but I prefer seeing their faces. Yeah, so right now outdoors it's -9 degrees Celsius, so it's below freezing. In here it's still below freezing. In here it's 20 degrees, just fairly warm, 10 degrees here. These bedrooms are above 0. They're still cold. They're not going to get hypothermia there. These people out here might, what's their, -9 out? What are people's comfortable temperatures? Comfortable down to -20 because of the parka. You're comfortable down to 6 degrees. Down to -30 because of the thing, yeah. So I'd like them to get rid of these crappy cloth parka, eelskin parka, tainted. The Muffalo, pretty soon, I don't know if I really looked at this much, once their milk gets full, the milk gets harvested, and once they get produce 12 milk, just the females, and males and females will produce 100 Muffalo wool, and we haven't had a harvest of that yet. We haven't sheared them yet, but we will soon, and then we'll be able to make some good clothes out of that. In the meantime, once someone finally hauls that over there, we'll have someone, Nuna, start crafting on that, getting some good clothes, and then we'll get this message to go away. 3 of the colonists, which are the ones without any sort of parka, Soma, Nuna, and Coleman, need warm clothes. And the monks got tattered apparel, which is, might be that hat that's really tattered. Yeah. So I think I said earlier that this bar referred to the quality. I misspoke. That's durability. It's 26% durability. If stuff's below 50% durability, they get a tattered apparel debuff. If it gets really low, they get a ratty apparel debuff. I think the tattered's -3 and the ratty's -6. Somebody's chopping something down. Coleman's chopping. So a lot of stuff out there that needs to get hauled in. It'll get hauled in. I'm not too worried about it. I remember seeing something up here. Yeah, this has been out here for a while. It's lost 5 points of durability out of 150, which is a ton. Some of the other foods and stuff, the berries only have 60 durability. Plant scraps have 100. They can stay out longer. It'll eventually get in. I'm not super worried about it. Oh, I did set a zone in here for animal feed for plant scraps, just plant scraps to go in there. These Muffalo need to get rezoned. Clear allowed zone grazing. Yeah, this is bedrooms now. Don't don't disturb people's sleep. And don't block that doorway either. In fact, you don't really need to come up here anymore. You don't even need to come this far up. That will deteriorate outside. We'll see if that matters. Compost bins need to get built eventually. Let's double speed this again. I always forget to do that when I load the game. Ash cans mining some various things. And then he can get in there and seal this up. This is still sealed, just kind of ugly looking. Double walling it will reduce the heat loss and keep this better. So basically I just want this to heat the bedrooms, really. I might do a double wall back here just to make sure that this bedroom temperature is coming up. It's not freezing. It's not great. This will get us through the winter, I think. We might need to add some additional heat sources in here. This is freezing, just barely, so it's not a great room here. Right now the impressiveness is mediocre, the wealth is mediocre, space extremely spacious still. The beauty's not quite as ugly as it was before. Once the people who are doing plants are done hauling everything in, I'm going to turn on sowing in here, so they'll plant these lilies in here, and then rather than, I'm going to turn on this beauty display. This, I don't know, I think that's a picture of a sculpture. These wall things are given +6, -5 from this ugly rubble, -1 from most of these spots that don't have rubble. But it'll be +15 for each daylily we plant, which is going to turn this thing around big time. This stuff's going to get hauled out of here too, because it doesn't need to be roofed. Turn off the beauty display. There we go. So, yeah, the things that are going to get the impressiveness of this room up is getting the beauty up and the wealth from building some other stuff in here. The space is going to stay at 350 until it maybe dips a little bit once there's a lot of stuff built in here. I'm also replacing this with bone ash, the bone china, the one that's much more beautiful. Okay, let's mine this out. This does not need to be here anymore. This doesn't. This doesn't. All these are unowned. People have beds. I could turn this into another little cell if I need to for another person who doesn't care about a nice bedroom, or... Breath's a little cold here. How's she doing? Comfortable, down to 6 degrees. She is thinking that it's chilly, but that's fine. Oh, another thing that I can do, once they've finished hauling in all of these plant things that they've been cutting all around here, is, what are they doing right now? Hauling, sleeping, making pemmican. Okay. It's nighttime again. Temperature here, I'm not really going to look at the temperature in that room, but I'm going to keep an eye on this one. Yeah, 57. Yeah, okay. It's still going up. Ideally, I'd like to get this up to 15 degrees Celsius. That's the point where they'll stop complaining about it being chilly, I believe. I'm not worried about heating the whole Great Hall. Rice plant died because of cold. Okay. I'm going to pause the game for a second. We're going to see some more of those pop-ups. I'm going to tell it to harvest everything there. Yeah, I can't really harvest any of that. But I'm also going to just tell it to then just cut everything else. It's not going to yield us any rice, but because of the Fertile Fields mod, it'll yield us some plant scraps, which we can feed to the animals. Now, there are RimWorld players might know that there's some foods you can eat raw without the people complaining about it, or getting sick most of the time, and that includes you can eat all this stuff raw, but they'll be upset about eating raw food. Berries, they can eat raw. There's a small chance they'll get sick from it. Animals normally don't get sick from eating what they eat or the hay. I guess they can get sick from plant scraps, although I've only seen it happen a couple of times, so it's pretty rare. I'm gonna have a raid. I was gonna have Ashcan. Once he finishes that, we're gonna put in for production a stone oven, which is pretty big. You can't rotate it, and that will allow me to replace both this campfire and this smoke pit, and it'll also let us produce fine meals that have meat and plant ingredients that give a mood bonus when consumed. First, let's look at the raid. They're attacking immediately. They're from the faction that's always hostile. It's a guy with woven grass cloak. It's an outer garment. Poor wooden short bow. Crappy stuff. And no health conditions. Lazy. Don't super love that. Night owl, fast learner. I'm not really able to feed any other mouths. Lazy isn't super terrible because some skills, you gain skill based on the amount of time that you spend doing a thing. So the fact that lazy just means that he's slower doing things isn't the worst. But in any case, he's attacking immediately. Oh, I also did mark these Muffalo, the female ones, the ones that will produce milk and more Muffalo, to be tamed. After we succeed at those, I might try to tame the male Muffalo. I don't want to stretch my resources too thin this winter, but we did lose a Muffalo already, so I feel like we can afford to tame one. And we've got a good amount of hay and these plant scraps, 400 plant scraps. Okay. Where is that guy? There he is. He's coming right in. Where's he going? Does he realize that there's a wall up there? Is he going to try to batter that down? Okay. Everybody wake up. Okay. I guess he's a sapper. Does it say he's a sapper? No? Oh, I guess there's no other way around. Right. Okay then. I need to recalculate some things then. Oh, he's got a bow, not a melee weapon. There we go. He's down. Undraft him. In that case, maybe I should just like dig a little spot through here so that, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So they don't try to batter down my wall over there. This should get, someone should come and repair that eventually. So there we go. We're getting in a little bit of plant scraps here. But on the plus side, this is plant scraps you don't have to go to the far end of the map to haul. Spotching harvests, I don't really care that much. He's gaining some skill, so... Oh, this guy's starving. No one was feeding him? Where's the monk? shoot at him. Just bludgeon him. There we go. Hypothermia. Ooh, he's in real bad shape. Okay, I'll give you a little heater, buddy. I do want to recruit you, and I don't want you to die of hypothermia. So in the meantime, let us turn this slightly warmer thing into a prison cell. Furniture. I always get structures and furniture mixed up. So we're going to assign this to the monk, and we're going to assign this for prisoners. We're going to say this is not for prisoners just for the moment. Capture him, bring him in there, keep him warm, get him some food. And then we'll put a little campfire in here. Structures, temperature, campfire. Ooh, he lost a toe to frostbite. Oh, no wonder he's freaking out. Okay, I'm sorry, buddy. That was wrong. I shouldn't have ignored you. I forgot that your room was not heated. His hypothermia is going down. It's almost gone. His malnutrition's still there. Can somebody feed him, please? Who are our wardens? Maybe we need to assign some extra people to wardening. Sonoma, you can warden. You should do that at a higher priority than researching. Are we sweaty? This is too hot now. I mean, some better clothes would help you, sure. Yeah, the monk's sleep's getting disturbed. That's not ideal. Let's put a bone door there. Once we deconstruct those other bone doors and other stuff, we should have some bones. Finish researching complex furniture. All right. Next in queue, wax-powered lighting. Okay, so now that we have complex furniture, we've got some steel, right? Let's make some actual beds. Furniture. Oh, the other thing we should do, and I just saw it somewhere, was structures. No. Temperature. Here we go. Overwall vent. So this is from a mod like the regular vent, except you can build it on top of walls. So which means I could build a vent, here without. You can build a vent for like a cooler. Like say this was an actual refrigerator, I could build a vent here, or the overwall coolers as well work the same way. You could build a cooler there. I'm not sure if you could build it on smooth stuff, without completely losing all the heat from that. So like if you had one cooler keeping this thing cool and that wasn't enough, you need to build a second one. You can build a second one without like opening it to the air. We are going to equalize the temperature in here, 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 and here, so that this will all be treated as one big room. Because I don't really care the temperature in here. I want it to be a comfortable temperature in the bedrooms. We'll do that first, and then we'll worry about actual beds. We've got plenty of other stuff to worry about, like getting this guy heat. What are you doing, Ashcan, right now, in fact? Okay, you're building those? That's fine. Hauling wood to... Really? Okay. Taking a simple meal, sure. Building that, that's good. Oh, okay, so we'll want to... okay, we'll mark this for prisoners again, so that our people don't try to hang out. So by default, tables and campfires are gathering spots. We don't want this table to be a gathering spot, and when this campfire is finished, we don't want it to be a gathering spot either. This is just for the prisoner here. And now we can say that this is not for prisoners, and then we'll haul Chulson back to the other one. I get a little bit of malnutrition from us ignoring him. That's not great. I'm going to turn up wardening on these people so that they actually prioritize that and don't leave this guy to starve. We want to recruit him. Rare Thrumbos. Okay. Thrumbo is basically a really deadly unicorn. They are insanely tough and impressive. Like, they're ancient. They have the best wool in the game, and their horn, which is extremely deadly. You know, you get to keep that when you kill them. Okay, so I put a little thing through there so that I'm gonna leave those there to slow people down who are passing through from one to the other. He's gonna come and try to eat our food that's not nailed down, isn't he? All these plant scraps. That's not ideal. He's probably going to try to eat our heal root and stuff too if I don't wall him out. Okay. They eat a lot. You can technically try to tame them, although the odds of that happening are very, very slim. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Wildlife. He's got a 100% chance to seek revenge on you after being harmed. I don't know if that's the same chance for being tamed. They can like automatically self-tame like that hare did, but we got a bunch of granite, right? I thought we had stone. Do we not have any stone? Oh, yeah, okay. We don't have any stone because it's not in a stockpile. Granite, wall. Cancel this. We're gonna wall off to here. We're gonna put a big slow granite door in. Where's the spot where I want to actually fight people? Up here? Over here maybe, I guess? Yeah. I guess we'll do it there. We'll put in a granite wall there. This guy's gonna come and probably eat my stuff, and I don't like that. Could I prioritize a wall here? The monk's awake. Yeah, he's inside, of course. Oh, he's eating the tree. Great. I could maybe hunt this Thrumbo, but it's going to be real dangerous. What are you doing? No. Prioritize building here. Don't just build one section. Okay, the Thrumbo's sleeping. Oh, that was a very quick nap. Oh, is the monk interrupting his sleep by being too loud? Is that what's going on? Okay, Ashcan's doing this. After he hauls his stuff, I'll let the monk go back to cooking. Oh, okay. If somebody else is cooking, then yeah, keep doing that. This is probably deteriorating a little bit, huh? Yeah. One thing we can easily do is just roof this. That'll work. It's cheap and lazy, but if our compost is going bad, then we're doing something wrong. Which we might be. We might need to build another compost bin. Okay, how's this guy doing? Difficulty remaining 15. Okay. He's in fairly good spirits. Comfortable, ratty apparel. Sweaty, slept in heat, naked, minor pain. We can maybe get him some good gear. Oh, good. Nuna's making stuff. So, she is going to be making Muffalo headdresses until she has 3. She's going to make one, drop it on the floor. Someone's going to haul it to a stockpile. Oh, these are tainted apparel that we need to burn at some point. But she's going to make one. Someone's going to put it on, if it's better than what they're wearing. So she's going to make basically until we have 3 extra. And people will upgrade from crappier ones to nicer ones if a nicer one is made. And this is the sound that really annoys me. It's just the constantly opening and closing doors. How's the temperature in here? Okay-ish. How much bone do we have? None. What do we got for wildlife that we can hunt? The thrumbo. I'm not sure I really want to try hunting the thrumbo. Although, there is something that I can do. Is this thing staying held open? Oh. No, okay. I just caught it in the middle of it being open. So, security. Now, these pitfall traps take some wood. But, honestly, these things are kind of overpowered. So I don't want to abuse them by doing tons of them. But I'm going to put in 2. Structure. Granite wall. Do they start building this thing yet? No. Okay. So we're going to make a little death trap here. I could make it longer and windier. I think I will, since I've got the space here. Now I've got another, door through that's going to be much quicker that my guys will probably take. I'm gonna forbid this stuff. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Orders. Forbid selection. But allow that plant scrap. This guy's going to hang around until there's no food left, which might happen relatively soon given that it's winter, but he might stay out here for quite a while. Given that I think there's no... Oh, there's a little bit of grass for the Muffalo. Once all the grass is gone, I'm just going to keep the Muffalo inside. Temperature in here, cold. Not ideal. Even colder in there. The monk's building stuff. Oh, yeah. I want to make sure that there is another way to get here so our guys don't have to walk over those traps. Please be smart. Please be smart. No, that's dumb. That's very dumb. After you're doing that, do that. There's a... Colonists will usually not trigger those traps, but there's a chance they will. So we're going to create that other door to bypass the trap. The other thing we're going to do is set a slaver. I really wish we could get traders that would actually buy and sell other stuff. Zone, yes. Dumping stockpile, yes. We'll start with this for now. We're going to say that this zone is a dumping stockpile, preferred importance just so it gets done, of not corpses. Oh, I guess by default the dumping stockpile includes some the fish with the weird things. Okay, we're just going to do chunks of stone. I guess we could do steel slag chunks, although I don't think there are any on the map. And we're going to haul these things that are right nearby onto that. We want to make sure that it's higher priority than this one. Yep. That's going to slow anyone passing by. Slow down anyone passing through. Who's in charge of these people? Usually there's a questy-givery guy. Oh, there's more of them down here. The faction that doesn't like us is liking us even less. Oh, you're just hanging out over here. You... See, will you buy anything from us? Or will you sell us anything? Herbal medicine. We could sell this guy. We don't want to sell that guy. We have no money. We could trade herbal medicine for pemmican or vice versa. Or we could try to mine out this silver. And we're going to create a zone, stockpile zone. Let's try that again. For just the items, no, raw resources, silver. And we're going to say ash can. Oh good, he's digging at the silver ore already. That's what we want him to do. And hopefully he'll drop it right in that stockpile, and then we can trade with these people and get some herbal medicine and some pemmican. Hopefully before they leave because it's too cold. Everybody's awake and doing stuff, hauling that stuff, repairing that. Good things to see. I can't offer anybody safety at this point. I've got more than enough. What? Oh, I clicked the wrong button. No! Yeah, sorry. Sorry, my mistake. My mistake. I'm gonna take your parka and then say, sorry, bye. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, you can take your squid leather pants. Colonist banished to death? Fine. Take your jacket back. Colonist banished. Go ahead and take her and go if you want. Oh, she was the person that you were after, right? Crazy people. Okay, well, go fight the slavers then if you want, I guess. Although animals, go into the barn. I'm going to talk to these slavers and see if we can buy stuff for them before they're dead. Although they'll probably kill these guys. Hey, I know you're in the middle of a fight, but while I got you here... Yep, not enough. Yep, not enough for that either. So we're going to get, whoops, control click 10 of those, and, no, we don't want to sell. We want to buy 10 of those, and we want to buy some of those. See, he's hiding behind cover there. Raiders are fleeing because one of them's dead. There's another raid. That's those guys. And then someone else? Holy cow, how many people are raiding us at the same time here? This is our stuff. We bought it. Don't eat our... Where are you going? I'm just gonna let these guys fight them. Just gonna grab the body in the middle of the fight and... Okay, while that fight's going on that I have no interest in, let's not temperature, it's production. We're going to make a granite oven and start getting some better cooking done. Trade caravans leaving. Are you injured? Did you just... got cancer? Okay. You're dead. I'll haul you in. Oh, you're self-tending? Is that what you're doing? You're self-tending your wounds? I don't have a designated hospital bed. Getting lost from your caravan? Oh, they're going up that way. Okay. So I'm going to hold open this door. I might need to force someone to go through it. And now when raiders come, they'll see that... no, hold open this door. Maybe I already told it to hold open when I forgot what I was doing. And now when raiders come, they'll come through this way. Ooh. Mai and Tsunama now want to sleep together. Let's get them a double bed. Let's give them this bigger room too. Okay. Structure, furniture, yeah. We're going to make a double bed out of... we could do bone. Let's do steel. It's a little more durable, and I don't know that we have a surplus. Oh, we got some bone there. But we got some steel too. So I think that the steel beds are nicer than wooden/bone beds. Inspired creativity, Coleman. Okay. Okay, Coleman. Now this is a nice buff, except that you're crap at constructing, crafting, or art. I could have you do some art, make a little... tell you what you're going to do. You're going to make a... it's the art bone sculptor's table. We'll have to build that first. I don't think you're assigned to anything where you'll do any of those things yet. So we don't need to worry about your creativity accidentally triggering. So the creativity is a nice thing. While these things are right here, before someone hauls them away, just burn them. Oh, and it ran out of fuel? That's great. Creativity is a nice thing. So there's different quality levels. They range from, as you can see, there's awful, there's poor, normal, good, excellent, legendary, masterwork, and then legendary. The inspired creativity, the thing you make is 2 levels higher than it would normally be. So normally, low-skilled people are going to crank out mostly poor stuff, some normal stuff, some awful stuff. Well-skilled people are going to mostly crank out good stuff, maybe excellent stuff. Masterwork stuff, even the best crafters are only going to crank out less than half the time. I'm going to shrink this zone. Oh, I shrank it too much. I'm going to expand this zone. I'm going to haul this to the zone. So apparently, the way that you slow people down the most is to have them go from not just going through hard to navigate terrain, but having empty spots in between, which is weird, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to expand this zone over to here. We're going to shrink this zone out of that spot, all that one over there. Cool. Actually, we can expand this zone down this way and this way, and shrink it here. Haul, actually, shrink that, haul this. And then once this finishes, they'll just be alternating thingies and and get slowed down quite a bit once this wall's finished. Obviously, they'll have to go around that way, through here, and up. Okay, there's more resources than I know what to do with. Delete this zone. Haul that in whenever. The organic stuff's probably more important to haul in sooner. There's a bunch of wood lying around the map, but no one's going for it. I did have them rearranging a whole bunch of stockpiles, which is a bunch of hauling that's not necessarily top priority. In fact, we're gonna disallow that right now. We got rocks there. Someone should eventually start crafting those. So this is finished. We can assign Coleman to, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make a stockpile zone just right there for clear all bones. We're going to make that important. So hopefully the bones will end up there and we can use that for crafting. And if we keep the wood out of the way, we'll make sure we craft stuff out of bone rather than wood in terms of bows and things. I'm going to add a build to make a... where is it? Statue of animal. Out of bone. And... then we'll have Coleman make a Muffalo statue. Prioritize not assigned to art. We are going to give you, Coleman, art at the lowest priority so that I can manually assign you to art, but you won't do it regularly. Oh, look at that. Good Muffalo wool hat thing. Sonoma wearing. We're gonna have you force wear this. This guy doing? He lost a couple toes. Slept in the heat. Honestly, heat's not that bad, buddy. You've had far worse. Minor break risk. Oh, from Coleman? Yeah. You're getting hungry. Who's cooking? Nobody. Nobody's made meals. That's what the issue is. Oh. Yeah, okay. Let's cancel that. We'll do some hunting so we have some fresh meat. I could cook meals out of the rice, but I'd rather... the rice is we're gonna run out of rice long before the end of the winter. I'd like to turn it into something that's gonna last, like, I guess we got pemmican. Coleman, you eat some pemmican. Yeah, that's what you're doing. That's fine. Everybody, we're gonna go on a little hunting trip. Where are we going? Wildlife, ibex does, right out here. Perfect. Okay. Did I injure this guy pretty badly? And no immediate danger. Okay. I just want to haul in this stuff here, actually. Allow. Let me just use the orders. Allow selection. You haul in that. You haul in that. You haul this. And you haul that. Good. Oh, and... oh, well, whatever. Yeah, come back here and haul in these berries just to make sure. I don't know who else is going to do it. Make us some meals, butcher some animals, get some bone. Milking, that's nice. Coleman, how's your ate without table? Slept on the ground. Why are you doing that? Don't you have a bedroom? Oh, okay. So, oh, because he... do I still have him over here? Oh, yeah, that's not necessary. Okay, who is in a relationship now and wants to sleep together? We've got Sonoma. Wants to sleep with Mai. Well, there's excellent bed with art on it. This furniture is engraved with artwork of an imposing orange scorched stone. Lying in a cracked crater, a group of figures approaches from a nearby river. A farmer in the distance seems to express decency. This representation tells the story of a meteorite falling near the monk's town. Yeah, the monk's the author. Okay. Okay, you've got an engraving of a meteorite falling with a farmer, a decent farmer. Okay, Sonoma, reassign, May, reassign. You're now going to be very happy. You got high opinion of your lover, a burning passion for your work, sanguine. This wants to sleep together is going to be there, so that's going to be good. That bedroom's awful. Let's give you a couple of these. Whoops. A couple of these. And yeah, that should help with your mood. And then we can give Coleman this actual bedroom. That should help with your mood too. What are you doing? You're hauling some plant scraps? Stop. Haul those plant scraps too. And while you're at it, stop. Haul those plant scraps too. You combine them in the same pile? Not quite. Yeah. Well, whatever. Be inefficient. These bodies are frozen, so they won't spoil, so I don't need to worry about butchering them right away. Have we finished this granite blueprint? No. We need someone to do some grunt labor and cut some blocks, because I kind of blew them all on doing this thing here. Although it's good to have, you know, be actually walled off. Haygrass died because of cold. I had haygrass? Oh. I didn't tell them not to plant, so someone planted there. Oh well. Okay. So let's shrink this down here. Expand this clothes pile. Monk's got a shoot frenzy. Monk's happy. Monk doesn't need a good bedroom to be happy. Just wearing a creepy hood, smoking meat in an awful laboratory. I guess the research spots are what makes it a laboratory. cleanliness is clean, so that's good. Want to prioritize cutting stone chunks so that we can get the granite oven going. Ashcan went and woke them up to move their bed. Bedroom's dull, even before the flowers get planted. Okay, so it's got dull 26, so it's got a little bit more of a cushion. That's fine. Oh, it's unowned again? Really? Assign, assign. It's the same bed, I promise. Crappy weapons. Someone, monk, just chip some stone. Research finish, wax-powered lighting. That's nice. Next in queue, stone cutting. Okay, that's good. So we can actually get a bench for that. In the meantime, Coleman, you go back to working on your bone sculpture of a Muffalo. Marriage is on. Okay, they're gonna get married soon. Should probably make a marriage spot. So we're gonna go to miscellaneous. Make a marriage spot. So normally these spots are like just these squares, like all the spots. The crafting spot, stone chipping spot. There's a mod that makes the crafting spot look nicer and the butchering spot that we had that we don't have anymore look nicer. This is a party spot which says where they're gonna hang out when there's a party. We're gonna put the marriage spot here and the party spot here, and we're gonna make I don't really like the party spot one, but I really do like the marriage spot one. Do we have bone? We've got some bone. How much bone does this table take? 100? Okay, we'll make that table and then we'll turn this right now. Okay, so this is slightly impressive due to the increase in wealth of stuff that's in here. And the beauty maybe too. And if they eat in here and recreate in here, it'll be a really nice place to do it. I don't need this crafting spot here anymore. Oh, the rotted mush we still want in here, don't we? Okay, fine. We'll store the... search bar. Rotted mush. We'll store the rotted mush inside, as well as the fertilizer. And compost. And we'll make this low priority. Okay, alright. He made his statue of a Muffalo. Where the heck is he hauling it to? Here. It is excellent quality, so that's really good. Beauty 150. We'll see what happens when we set it up in this room. We could put it on a pedestal. We are going to install it here. And as soon as I look at the old stream and remember what my first Muffalo that died is named, I will rename it after that Muffalo. Who's got a minor break risk? The monk. Okay. Stop cutting things and you want to wear that wooden war mask? Okay. Oh, we gotta, yeah. It's spare, you're not in ratty apparel anymore. You're eating a meal right there, really? Okay. He's sleeping. His mood should be better in the morning. I worked him a little hard. And probably during the daytime, which was probably made him very unhappy. Now that we've got things relatively under control... Oh, I did give a rec hour. Oh, I didn't give him a rec hour. Okay, I'm not going to expand it to 2 rec hours yet until... How's this table? Good. Good table. How's our bone supply? Exhausted. We're going to cancel these. We're going to cancel those. We're going to cancel this. I'm going to cancel this. Actually, probably could have left those as well. We're going to move these. Fine, we'll cancel all these bone stools. We're going to say this is no longer a gather spot. We're going to have them move. Oops. But I have them actually build a table rather than move it. I don't want to build a wooden table or stool. Reinstall here. Yeah, that's fine. And then reinstall that way. Reinstall all of these over there. It's going, right? Oh yeah, it's just okay. Everybody's sleeping, including the monk, which is not ideal. What time is it? This is the time that the monk wants to be up. We're going to draft you. Oh, you're almost done sleeping anyway. Keep chipping stone till we've got enough for the thing. Oh, we just need to work on it. Oh, then work on it. And then we can get rid of all these tables and chairs here. And this. In fact, we'll deconstruct that smoke pit already. Yeah, you can keep using that for a sec, that's fine. I realized I didn't check what time I started recording. Fueling that. Okay. Let's get a... What resources do we have to work with? Steel. We got plenty of steel. We'll make a steel stool over here. Structure... Furniture... In fact, we'll do a steel dining chair. It's a little nicer. Someone's going to be spending a lot of time there. That'll be more comfortable. Oh, actually, we could do armchairs out of the leather and stuff. Lots of plain leather. Yeah, we're going to make... Don't ask why we put fancy dining chairs to cook on. Cloth chairs, but we're going to do it. Chairs that people are going to spend a lot of time in, we want to be comfortable. We can probably deconstruct that table. I do want to put a little steel table here next to this chair, just in case someone who's cooking wants to take a break and eat. Inspired recruitment. Marriage is on, we already know that. Inspired recruitment. Need warm clothes, we do know that. 3 of the colonists lack warm clothing still. Who was doing crafting? Oh, Nuna. Hold off on cooking there. There's pemmican, people can eat that. All you're doing is making more. Finish crafting here. Muffalo headdresses. Get some other good warm clothes. Muffalo headdresses. Just going to keep making those for a while. We're going to actually say do until you have one and then make a duster. Ashcan, what you doing? Building an armchair. Perfect. That's what I was going to ask you to do. His resistance is almost down to 0, and then he'll be a productive member of the colony once he gets recruited, which Sonoma has inspired recruitment. So it might happen sooner than that. Do we have a bedroom for you? I think so, yes. Okay, we're going to take all of the bills that were on here, copy these simple meal instructions, do it here. Where are you looking for the food? Still, okay. And then copy, copy the make pemmican. Copy bill cannot be pasted here. You can't make pemmican? Fine, okay. New bill to make pemmican. Do until we have, what, 300, I think? That looks about right based on what's going on here. Do until you have 300 and do it out of... Sure. Not human meat, just in case we happen to get any of that, and not insect meat. Those are the ones that taste icky. You can make pemmican out of smoked meat, I guess. No, don't make pemmican out of smoked meat. We are going to, after you're done making simple meals, make fine meals, though. Make 10 simple meals, pause when satisfied, unpause when we have less than 5, but then make nope. Make, where are you going to make the pemmican from? Just nearby. And just drop on the floor. This you're going to drop on the floor. Fine meals, drop on the floor. Don't use human meat and insect meat, but you can use smoked meat. That's fine. You can use animal products too. That's fine. Simple meals, do that out of just the raw meat, right? And then I think also milk. Yeah, that's fine. And then I don't want to get rid of that campfire quite yet. I'm going to build this campfire, and we're going to use that one for getting rid of the tattered apparel. I'm going to turn on this tribal lore fire as well. From here, copy this, paste that, cool, and that crappy apparel is there. Oh, it's gonna, the corpses, yeah, okay, fine. Burn the, copy that, there, burn apparel that's in this radius, and burn corpses that are in this radius, because that's where we're putting the corpses. How you doing, Nuna? I know you're working hard. You need some food and maybe some rest? Did I manually? Yeah, I manually made you do that. Okay. Might want to do some more hunting. Ooh, caribou. Yeah, we want to do some more hunting of caribou. How are we doing on hauling? We still got a bunch of crap wood and stuff to haul. So I don't want to start, yeah, and all this stuff here. Ooh, let's urgently haul the medicine. Don't want that to deteriorate. Yeah, that's deteriorating real quick. We We don't need everybody to haul an individual one. That's really dumb. But okay, fine, do that. Can you just prioritize hauling this plant scraps and hopefully haul it into one big pile? Yeah. You only got 13? That's more like it. 46. That's better than 13. Haul this. Hopefully we can, you know, max some. Oh, there's a spot that's only got room for 20, I think, is what's going on. Or is that all there's room for in the fridge? No, there's more room than that. You're just hauling stupid amounts because you're dumb. But haul in this wood. That's actually a little more important than the plant scraps, I think. You've consolidated the pile, so hopefully someone else will haul it a little bit more efficiently. What are you doing? Hauling the herbal meds. Okay, yep. Or you could haul this stuff. And some of that, and then drop that, haul this stuff, consolidate this pile. Yep, that's fine. Yep. Haul this stuff. Consolidate piles. That's what I like to see. And hopefully the next person who come out here doesn't do it in a really stupid way. So this is somewhat impressive. That's good. 70. I don't know what the next threshold is. I think I've been playing quite a while, so I might call it here. Actually, can you consolidate this pile while you're out here? And then haul in the herbal medicine? Whoop, not quite. Consolidate, consolidate, consolidate. There you go. But do haul in the medicine. But thank you for consolidating that. Now someone won't come out and haul just one thing. Okay, we're making compost. That's good. We're going to turn off sowing here, until we turn this into a fertile area. Zone, no, it's under farming. Rich soil. We're going to turn this area into rich soil again. Make farming great again. Nice. Okay, so these fine meals. I don't know if he's eaten one yet. Oh, he's probably not going to because he's the monk. Yeah, Ashcan's going to eat one. And then he's going to get a nice, somewhat impressive dining room. Oh, this is somewhat impressive? Oh, no. Must have been the other dining room he ate in. Oh, he hasn't finished eating. There we go. 8 fine meal plus 5. Expires in 1 day. So we're getting slightly more civilized here. Several people have been inspired. We've got a piece of art, which... Oh, did I not actually install it? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's installed. It's titled Vomit. That's... Okay, let's edit this, make it a bigger Muffalo. There we go. So yeah, we've got a Muffalo sculpture in here. Just bringing the beauty. The beauty is above 0. I mean, there's a lot of little things that are bringing it down. The beauty is above 0 here. This is somewhat impressive. So every time they have recreation in here, or eat in here, opinion of fiance, getting some lovin', nice. Extremely comfortable, spacious interior, somewhat impressive dining room. Once Sonoma finishes with recreation there, it'll be a somewhat impressive rec room as well. People are still sleeping in the cold. We banished that person that we accidentally accepted when I wanted to refuse. I'd like to get this looking nicer this winter. We're going to have more time once people finish hauling in all these plant scraps and wood. The wood's deteriorating, but slowly out there. Plant scraps are deteriorating quicker. Not that much quicker. But that medicine, ugh, that was in bad shape. Is it all in this one pile now? Does it all count together? Yeah, okay. That one's separate, but okay. Yeah, things are doing pretty well. I didn't get as far as I wanted to in making clothes, but then again, we haven't technically hit winter yet, although it's minus 16 outside. Has anyone gotten frostbite at all, other than our soon-to-be recruited prisoner? Ooh, is he gonna finish getting recruited? Nope. His mood's low? Oh, sweaty, slept in heat, tattered apparel, hungry, naked. No one's brought him some food? Can you prioritize feeding this guy? Thank you. You don't need to feed him the fine meal, but it wouldn't hurt, actually. Needs 8 fine meal. Okay. That makes up a little bit for his sweatiness and sleeping in the heat. Yeah. I think we're going to call it there, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya.